1, Passage 1. As we can see, this is the heading of the passage: William Henry Perkins, who invented synthetic dyes. On the first paragraph, we can see it is mentioned that she was born on the March the 12th, 1838 in London, England. In this particular paragraph, it is mentioned about her, where she born and how she became a scientist. Then on the second paragraph, about her struggle and everything is mentioned. We have few paragraphs which is like here. See, we have all the paragraphs here. So in total we have total 10 paragraphs. So we will start reading the paragraph, and the total time given to read the paragraph and solve the answer is 20 minutes. In 20 minutes we need to read the paragraph and also get the answers of the question. Let's see about the question that we have. See, we can see we have true, false, not given. Like here 1 to 7 is true, false, not given. True, in case if this particular statement is mentioned in the paragraph same to same, the meaning is same, then it will be true. If there is a contradiction, then it will be false. And if it is not mentioned, if there is no information regarding this in the passage, then it is not given. This is question number 1 to 7. Then we have not more than 2 words answer. These are the questions which is mentioned. This particular question is outdated because this question doesn't come, but we have to prepare. It can come. We cannot predict that it will come very soon, but it can come. So the question is from 8 to 13. The only thing that we need to remember, the question which is mentioned, its answer should not be more than 2 words. It can be 1 word, it can be 2 word, but it cannot be 3 word. Okay, so this is what we have the reading. So the total time to do this passage is 20 minutes, as you know. So when we start reading this paragraph, we need to read this paragraph in maximum 14 to 15 minutes and solve the answer simultaneously. We need to transfer the answer directly to the answer sheet which is given. We no need to mark on this particular sheet. Okay, so we should start reading the paragraph from here. So see how it is mentioned, how we should read. We should skim. William Henry Perkins was born on March the 13th, 1838 in London, England. As a boy, Perkins currently prompted early interest in the arts, science, photography and engineering. It means that since the childhood, William was interested in these subjects like art, science, photography and engineering. Then it is mentioned, but it was a choice stumbling upon run down. It means there were a lot of fluctuations in his life that he was not able to remain in one particular stream. Then it is mentioned as, yet functional laboratory in the late grandfather house that solicited the young man enthusiasm for chemistry. At last he selected a stream, that is chemistry, on which William worked. Okay, then we have to read this paragraph. We have to read this paragraph like this. We have to just skim the paragraph in such a high speed. What you need to do while reading the paragraph, you should underline, like if any year is mentioned, if any name is mentioned. Like in the second paragraph we can see that there is a name mentioned, Michael Findlay. We can see that chemistry is mentioned, underline. We can see year is mentioned, age 15 is mentioned. On the third paragraph we can see the name is mentioned, Hoffman. Okay, and here the German chemist August name is mentioned. So these all things you need to underline. Hope so this can be your question which can be asked, and this will be the answer. So after reading the complete paragraph till here, as we complete the paragraph, we should take maximum 12 to 14 minutes to read. We should underline simultaneously and do the reading. Let's now go to the questions that we have, and then we can get the answer about this paragraph. So, as it is mentioned, we can read the first question. Michael Findlay was the first person to recognize Perkins' ability as a student of chemistry. Remember, on the first paragraph, chemistry word was mentioned, and but the name, as it is mentioned here, Michael Findlay was there in the second paragraph, which I read just now. Was the first person to recognize the Perkins' ability. Should enroll in Royal College of Chemistry. As we read the paragraph where the Royal College of Chemistry was mentioned, we'll go there simultaneously and get the answer. Perkin employed August William Hoffman as his student. As we just remember on the second paragraph, we read this particular name, Hoffman. We will go on the second paragraph and get the answer. Then on the fourth question, we can see Perkin was still young when he made the discovery that made him rich and famous. Rich and famous. As you read the paragraph, definitely you must have came across the word rich and famous. That will be on the third paragraph. I already read the paragraph earlier. So once you read, you will get the answer very soon. I will show you where the answer is. Then the trees from which the corine was derived, grown in South America. This particular thing is also mentioned in the passage. Once we read the passage, I will let you know where it is mentioned. It is mentioned on the second page. The answer is mentioned. I will let you know where it is. Then Perkin hoped to manufacture a drug from a coal waste product. And the last one is Perkin was inspired by the discoveries of the famous scientist. Name is mentioned Louis. Okay, Louis. What is it? It's Pasteur. So you need to go to this particular word where it is mentioned, name mentioned, you will get the answer. Let's see the position and I will get you the answer. See, first of all, the question which you read, I will come across here once again. Michael Findlay was the first person to recognize Perkin's ability as a student of chemistry. Got it? As I said you on the second paragraph, we came across this name. See, in the second paragraph, I have already marked the answer as I read earlier. See, here is the answer. We can start from here. As a student at the City of London School, when he was a student, when Perkin was a student, William was a student in London School, Perkin became interested, where he was interested in the study of chemistry. Got it? After this, we can read his talent and devotion to the subject were perceived by his teacher. It means his teacher saw his interest in chemistry. Thomas Hall, who engaged him to attend a series of lectures. So Thomas Hall was his teacher who allowed him to attend the classes of chemistry, as the interest was in chemistry given by the animist scientist named Michael Findlay. So Thomas Hall allowed William to get education from Michael Findlay at a see, the name is mentioned, Royal Institute. Okay, so we come across to the question once again. Michael Findlay was the first person to recognize Perkin's ability as a student of chemistry. So here it is mentioned Michael Findlay was the first person to recognize. But what it is mentioned here, who came to know about his interest? He was Thomas Hall, not Michael Findlay. Michael Findlay was his teacher, but the interest was seen by the Thomas Hall. So this answer will be false. So answer number 1, as I have already marked here, you can see answer is false. You got it? Second question, Michael Findlay suggested Perkin enroll in Royal College of Chemistry. Okay, let's go to the paragraph and see what the answer is. As we can go on the here we can see that Royal School of Chemistry. See, it is mentioned Royal College of Chemistry, but what it is mentioned, the speeches fired the young chemist enthusiast further, and he later went to attend Royal College of Chemistry, which he succeeded in entering in 1853 at the age of 15. So it is not mentioned here that what the question was mentioned here. Let's see question once again. Michael Findlay suggested Perkins. Is it mentioned Michael Findlay suggested? No, it is not mentioned. And should enroll Royal College of Chemistry. So it means this answer is not given. So in the complete paragraph, it is not mentioned that Michael Findlay suggested Perkins. It was something what is mentioned here. It is mentioned here that William was not able to get the education from this particular institution, so he was kicked out, and then he started attending College of Chemistry in the age of 15 in 1853. Okay, next question we will go for the third one. Perkins employed August William Hoffman as his assistant. It means that August William Hoffman worked with Perkins, or we can say Perkins worked with Hoffman and as an assistant. So Perkins was an assistant. Okay, here it's mentioned Perkins employed August William Hoffman as the assistant. It means Perkins appointed Hoffman as his assistant. But what it is mentioned in the paragraph, let's see. Here, see, it is mentioned here. Perkins' scientific gifts soon caught Hoffman's attention, and with 2 years he became Hoffman's youngest assistant. It means Perkins became the assistant of Hoffman. While question what it is mentioned? In question it is mentioned Perkins employed August William. It is just opposite, so it will be false. Okay, so this answer will be false. This answer is false. See, this answer will be false. Got it? So you are going to do all the questions like this and get the answer. Let's now go to the next question that we have. This is of, we can say, 2 words, right? So let's go with this question and get the answer. Before Perkins' discovery, with what group in the society was the color purple associated? It means before the discovery, the purple color was associated with which group? It is mentioned. Answer is of 2 words. Let's go where we get the answer number 8. It is on the second page. We have the answer. Let's open the second page. In the second page, on the first paragraph itself, we can get the answer. See, as I already marked here, so while you read nicely, you will get the answer very quickly. So here we can read the purple color extracted from a small was once so costly that it in the society at the time only the rich people could afford it. It means which society can afford it? Rich society can afford it. So here the question is asked that before Perkins' discovery, which group society was associated with? So it was rich society. Got it? Next question. What potential did Perkins immediately understand that he was? We can read from here. That has new dye had. So question is, what potential did Perkins immediately understand that the dye had? So what he understood about the dye? I will just go to the same page and we'll get the answer from here. See, it is mentioned here. But perhaps the most fascinating of all Perkins' reaction to his find was his nearly instant recognition that the new dye had commercially possibilities. So Perkins came to know the dye which he has invented, it will be one of the commercial possibilities. So there are 2 words. So answer will be commercial possibilities. Got it? Let's go to the next question. We will do it very quickly because time is going to be over. So question is, what was the name first purple invented? So it is mentioned originally named the dye cyan. Purple became commonly known as mauve. So previously the name, but he initially gave the name as mauve. So answer will be mauve. Let's go to the next question. Question number 11. What was the name of the person Perkins consulted before setting up on his own type of work? So question number 11, who was the person? The name of the person we can see, it is mentioned here. As we have already done 10, the next question, he asked advice to Scottish dye works own Robert Puller. So the name of the person is Robert Puller. So in the question, if we see, it was asked what was the name of the person. So it is Robert Puller. Got it? Next, in what country did Perkin newly invented color first became fashionable? So the answer, which was the country? So let's go to the country. The name of the country that we go for is mentioned here. If we see the name of the country is here, it is mentioned. If we read from here, see, it is mentioned here as France. It is mentioned the company received a commercial boost from the Empress engine of France. So answer will be France. Let's go to the last question that we have. The last question, what it says? It says Perkin was inspired by the discoveries of famous scientist Louis. See the question here, it is according to the passage which disease is now being tagged by the, so what is the name of the disease we can say? So it was in the last line. If I will say, see it is mentioned here, Perkin, see it is mentioned, it is not clear. Perkin their current usage of some searches for the vaccine against malaria. So the name of the disease is malaria. So this is our answer. So we have done all the 13 questions. Make sure you should understand this all 13 questions and do the reading nicely. So this is our reading for today. So we have completed our reading, that is William Perkins. So I hope it was good and understandable for you. So take care of yourself and you have a nice evening ahead.